Hi, everybody, and welcome to Social Studies Symbols of Our Nation Week 5 lesson. I'm Mr. Pugan. The only thing you need is a pencil and a piece of paper to write your notes whenever I ask you a question. Okay, so here we go. The objective for today is we will learn about the different symbols that represent our country and why are they important for Americans. I will go over some symbols with the help of BrainPop and explain what each one is all about. And you will show your knowledge by completing a Google slide with examples related to the symbols of America. Okay, so my first question to you is what is a symbol? Whenever you hear the word symbol, what comes into your head? Think about it, write your answer in the paper so whenever I ask you, you have the answer for me. All right? What is a symbol? Where have you seen the word symbol? What do we use symbols for? Here we go. Pause. Okay, I guess you're done and you wrote your answer. So a symbol pretty much is something that represents something else. It's an item, it's a thing, it could be a place, it could be an object that represents something else. Were you close? Okay, let's do another one. So if symbol is something that represents something else, symbols of our nation, what does that mean? Think about it, pause the video, and then come back with the answer. Okay? So if you said that symbols of our nation is an item, a thing, a place that represents our nation, you're absolutely correct. And we use it to feel more entitled to our country, to feel like we belong into our country. And whenever we see it, we know that's America. All right, so let's go through some of them. First, I'm going to teach you some of them, and then Breakup is going to help me out. First of all, we have Uncle Sam. So let me tell you a little bit about Uncle Sam. Whenever World War One was going on, and we're going to talk about that further ahead in social studies. This man, well, at least there was a man who was giving a lot of food to soldiers. So he was encouraging them to fight hard. So the legend says, because there's not a consensus of where did Uncle Sam came from, but it's one of the most enduring patriotic symbols. They draw them in, they use them as a model, and that's the one that's telling you that you should be enlisted for U.S. Army. So in World War One, they used him to encourage people to join the army so they can represent their country in the war. Okay, so and the other one, that we have this two little animals. There's an elephant and there's a donkey, and those are the symbols of the parties that America has. The political parties that are always, trying to gain more power in the government. And right now we have an election coming in in a couple of weeks actually, and you might see a couple of this symbols over there. The elephant is the one that represents the Republicans, and the donkey represents the Democrats. Let me tell you something. Back there in the day, in the 1870s, there was a drawer in New York who kind of was making fun of the Republicans and the Democrats, and that's why he used a donkey and an elephant to represent them. But I guess the party said, you know what, I'm gonna take it, and they used those two animals to represent their parties. Those are their symbols. And then we have places that represent America too. For example, Mount Rushmore, that has the heads of four main presidents. And there's George Washington over here, who was the one who led the fight for America's independence against Britain. Then we have Thomas Jefferson, who was the one who made United States grow larger because he sent explorers to, get a lay of the land, and they started acquiring more land, and that's why we have such a big country. And then we have Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, who he is the one that made America a global power. That's why America is so powerful thanks to the things that Theodore Roosevelt did. We're going to talk about that too. And Abraham Lincoln, of course, Honest Abe, the one who led, or the one who, yeah, led the nation through Civil War and got rid of slavery. All right, these are some of the symbols. This mountain was carved in a in a big mountain. So it's something that when we see it, we say America. So let's watch this video from Mary Pop, and then we'll come back to see what activity you have to do. All right.
It's a present for Jen, my pen pal in China. He's never been to America, so I'm sending him stuff that tells about our country. Good idea, Moby. We should give Jen a flag. It's an important symbol of the United States. What is a symbol anyway? A symbol is something that stands for something else. Well, a heart is a symbol of love, and a dove is a symbol of peace, and a four-leaf clover stands for good luck. Oh, right. A horseshoe also stands for good luck. Different symbols can stand for the same thing. What are some objects that stand for the United States? The American flag is a symbol of the whole country. It has 50 stars, which stand for the 50 states. And there are 13 stripes, which stand for the 13 colonies that became the first states. Each state has its own flag, too. I love looking at state flags because they're all so different. Each state also has trees, animals, and even fossils that stand for the whole state. Oh, right. I almost forgot. The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, and it represents strength and freedom. The Liberty Bell also represents freedom. The Liberty Bell used to hang in Independence Hall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The bell rang to announce the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The Liberty Bell stands for freedom and independence. Yeah, that is a big crack. That's the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886 as a sign of friendship. It's on Liberty Island in the New York Harbor. Many immigrants, or people who came from different countries, used to reach America by boat. The Statue of Liberty welcomed them to their new home. The Statue of Liberty stands for freedom, hope, and friendship between countries. A symbol doesn't have to be an object. It can also be a building. What are some buildings that stand for the United States? This is the Washington Monument. A monument is something that is built to honor an important event or person. The Washington Monument was built to honor George Washington. He helped the United States become a country and was the first president. He's known as the father of our country. Well, that's the Lincoln Memorial. It honors Abraham Lincoln, a president who kept the country together during the Civil War and helped to end slavery. No, that's not a memorial. That's the White House. The White House is where the president lives and works. The Capitol building is where Congress meets. And the United States Supreme Court House is where judges make decisions about laws. These three buildings are symbols of the United States government. Oh, right. Thanks for reminding me, Moby. What other ways do we honor the United States? The Star Spangled Banner is our national anthem. That means it's a song that stands for the whole country. Some classes face the flag to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise to respect the United States. What else is a symbol of the United States? Good idea. There's that saying, American as apple pie. Moby, what else did you put in there?
What I want you to do is just grab one of these images and put them wherever they belong. You have the labels here, and you have the actual drawings here. So you have to match the American symbols to the words. That's pretty much it, guys. That's your work for social studies today. I'm going to give you some harder in the future, but right now, just try to do this, have fun, and take care. Bye-bye.